Hello everyone and welcome back to our English recorded lesson for grade 4. My name is teacher Tahani and today I will present for you how to deal with the grammar. Before starting our topic about grammars, let's revise the classroom rules. Of course, as we said before, that we have different classroom rules according to the recorded lesson that we have today. So the first thing, paying attention during the lesson, watching the whole video, applying what you learned about in the recorded lesson, and the last thing and the most important thing, to contact your teacher if you couldn't understand something. What are we going to learn about? Of course, as I said before, that today we are going to discuss how to use the grammar. How can we face the grammar in exams? The type of a question used for grammar in the quizzes. So the first question we are going to have is how to have fun while answering grammar. Here, I want you to imagine that grammar looks like a puzzle. So you have to know how to answer it. So we are going to learn how to deal with it, how to have fun while answering questions about grammar. So the first thing is to read it quietly to find the key word of the tense. So in the following slides, we're going to have details about the keywords of each tense. So that's number one. Number two, say it's easy and clear and I can do it. So as we said before, that you have to believe in yourself, you have to have self-confidence and be sure that you can answer all the questions that you are going to face in the exam. So number three, when you face difficult question, read it again. So reading question only once is not enough, so you have to read it more than once to make sure which is the suitable answer. So that's about how to have fun answering grammar. Okay, how to answer grammar questions. The most important thing when we want to answer grammar questions is to read the question and try to find the key of the tense or the keyword of the tense. Number two, read the questions to know what to focus on. So we have to read the question more than one time. Number three, read the answers and try to be familiar with them. Number four, start answering questions. Number four, check your answers by reading them before sending them to your teacher. Answering different grammar questions. So today I will present for you each tense and how to deal with them correctly. We will start with the present simple tense. As we said before that there is a keyword for each tense, we have to know. For example, the present simple tense, we have the word always, every day, every week, every year, usually, and there are so many different keywords that we can identify, but mostly we use those every day, every week, every year, every summer, every month, always, usually. So when we see these keywords, we directly know that we are going to choose the verb in the present simple tense. In the present simple tense, we are going to use the verb in different cases. So the first thing we have for the pronouns she, he, and it, we will use is. Okay, for example, like she is a smart student, he is a clever boy. Or we are going to use the verb with s. To have more examples here, she bakes a cake. every week. He plays every day. It rains in winter. Of course, here we didn't use any keyword because it's a fact. It rains in winter. So, as we said again, the pronouns he, she, and it usually come with the verb is. If there is another verb, so we are going to use the verb with the letter S. The different pronouns here, they, we, and you, we will use with them the verb are or the modal verb are. Like they are clever boys. We are smart girls. You are a good student. Or we are going to use the verb in the present simple tense without adding anything. We will have here more examples about how to use this. They play tennis every week. They play tennis every week. The key word here is every week. With they, we didn't add anything to the verb, so they play tennis every week. We go shopping every month. We go shopping every month. So here we have again go without adding anything to the verb, and the keyword of the present simple is every month. You are a smart student. You are a smart student. And that's how to use this present simple tense with these pronouns. So again, they, we, you, we use with them the modal verb are, or we use with them the verb without adding anything, like the examples we have here. I, actually with the pronoun I, we use am. So I am a smart girl, or we use the verb without adding anything to it. I am a teacher. I am a teacher. I go to school every day. So the first sentence here, we don't have a keyword, but it's a fact. I am a teacher. Okay, so here we have another keyword, which is every day. So we didn't add anything to the verb because the pronoun I doesn't need to add anything to the verb in the present simple tense. I go to school every day. I travel to London every summer. I travel to London every summer. So the key word here is every summer. And here I didn't add anything to the verb. So we have it here in this sentence like this. I travel to London every summer. Now we will move to another tense, which is the past simple tense, and we will discuss how to use them and what are the keywords for this. So what are the keywords for the past simple tense? Of course, we mean by the past simple tense is something happened before. So all of the keywords will show us something that happened before. So it's like an old event. So we have the word yesterday, last week, last summer, last year. Maybe we can use last month, last winter, last Monday, last Friday. Now we will see how to apply the past simple tense in sentences. So we will see that all of the pronouns like she, he, it, they, we, you, and even I. And after that, we will use the verb in the past simple tense. We will see more examples here. I went to the park last week. I went to the park last week. The key word here of the tense is last week. And here we used went, which is the past simple tense of the verb go. We played tennis yesterday. We played tennis yesterday. Of course, the key word here is yesterday. And here we use the past simple tense of the verb play. So we said we played tennis yesterday. She baked a cake yesterday. She baked a cake yesterday. Again, we have the keyword yesterday and the past simple tense of the verb bake is baked. Here I will show you some verbs, or the mostly used verbs in grade 4, how to transfer them into the past simple tense. Go, in the past simple tense it will become went. Play, played. Buy, bought. Eat, ate. Again, go, went. Play, played. Buy, bought. Eat, ate. Of course, we have some more verbs. Now we will move to the next grammar, which is about how to use the present continuous tense. The keyword of the present simple tense: look, listen, now. So when we are using the present continuous tense, that means we are talking about something, it's happening. Okay, so we will see more examples, and now we will see how to apply the present continuous tense in sentences. Here we have pronouns she, he, it with is. She, he, it with is. They, we, you with are. I with am. And then the verb with ing. Again, she, he, and it with is and the verb with ing. They, we, you with are, then the verb with ing. I am with the verb and ing. We will have more examples to explain it to be clear. Look, they are running. Look, they are running. The key word of the tense is look, and they with are and the verb with ing. So look, they are running. Look, they are running. Listen, she is singing. Listen, she is singing. So again, the key word is listen, and then she with is and the verb with ing. One more example. Planting a tree now. Planting a tree now. So the key word is now. I with am, so and the verb with ing. So the sentence will be I'm planting a tree now. We will have more exercises by the end of the lesson. Using there is and there are. And I think that you can differentiate between both of them. we use there is if we have only one thing. We use there are if we have two things and more. So there is for only one thing, there are for two or more things. Okay, we will see more examples. Here we have a picture of a kitchen with different items inside the fridge, inside the on the table, and inside the freezer. So you will check now how to deal with these things. If you look at sentence number 1, there are 2 lemons. So they give me the number already, so that's why we are going to use here there are. There are 2 lemons. There are 2 lemons. There an ice cream. So that's me. It's only one thing. Okay. So if you look here, we have only one box of ice cream. So it's only one. So here we are going to say there is an ice cream. There is an ice cream. Number 3. There 5 eggs. So they give me number 5. So here we are going to use there are. There are 5 eggs. There are 5 eggs. Number 4. There a cake. So we have only one cake. We are going to use here is there is a cake. There is a cake. Past continuous and past simple. We are going to use both of them in one sentence. Now we will see more examples, which is really easy. And now we will see how to apply it in a sentence. We have a sentence with 2 parts, okay? So the first part is I was reading. I was reading. This part is in the past continuous tense. I was reading was with the verb and ing. I was reading. If we were talking about boys who were reading, I would say they were reading. They were reading. But here I'm talking about myself, so I will say I was reading. So it's something happening. Something was happening. Then we have another part of the sentence when my sister called me. When my sister called me. So the second part of the sentence comes in the past simple tense. So if you can see, I was reading, I was doing something, and then my sister called me. The second verb will cut the first action, so it will become in the past simple tense. I was reading when my sister called me. I was eating when the bell rang. Okay, so the first part of the sentence is in the past continuous tense. The second part of the sentence is in the past simple, and the second part cut the action that I was doing in the first one. Now we will apply the past continuous tense on this picture by talking about the actions they were doing when the bell rang. So what was doing when the bell rang? Of course, you can use here names. You can ask and answer. For example, what was Baby Ben doing when the bell rang? Of course, if you look, this is Baby Ben. We have a picture of a family. Each one of them is busy while doing something. So we are going to talk about each one. First, we will start with Baby Ben. What was Baby Ben doing when the bell rang? Baby Ben was playing when the bell rang. Baby Ben was playing when the bell rang. So if you look here at the first part of the sentence, we have baby Ben. Here we can replace baby Ben with the pronoun he. He was playing. So here we use the past continuous tense by using baby Ben or he with was and the verb with ing. So baby Ben was playing, and then after that the action that cut the or the things that happened and cut the action that baby Ben was doing, okay, when the bell rang. So the second part of the sentence comes in the past simple tense. To have more example about this, what was grandma doing when the bell rang? Grandma was drinking coffee when the bell rang. Again, grandma was drinking, so was drinking coffee when the bell rang. Okay, what was Yuzel doing when the bell rang? Yuzel was sleeping when the bell rang. Yuzel was sleeping when the bell rang. What was Dad doing when the bell rang? Dad was having a cup of tea when the bell rang. Dad was having a cup of tea when the bell rang. What was Cindy doing when the bell rang? Cindy was doing her homeworks when the bell rang. Cindy was doing her homeworks when the bell rang. What was Evan doing when the bell rang? Evan was collecting pictures when the bell rang. Evan was collecting pictures when the bell rang. So, as we said before, that using past continuous and past simple in the same sentence will make the sentence with two parts. The first part will be with the with the past continuous tense. The second part will be in the past simple tense. Now let's practice what we learned about using all of these grammars and how can we face them in the quiz or in the exam. Of course, it would come like this. Choose the correct answers from A, B, and C. So, as we said before, we have to read the question twice with the answers. We have to find the keyword and then read the question with the answers again to choose the correct answer. Number 1, listen the birds. Listen the birds. A, sings. B, are singing. C, sing. Listen the birds. If you look here, the key listen is a key word of the present continuous tense. So the present continuous tense said listen or look or now with because here we have birds, so we will use the pronoun they, and then we will use are singing. So listen, the birds are singing. Listen, the birds are singing, because here we can replace the birds with they. They are singing. They are singing. Number 2, she to the zoo last week. She to the zoo last week. Went, goes, going. So again, we will read the question and we will try to find the keyword. So, she to the zoo last week. So the keyword here is last week, and it's used for the past simple tense. So my answer is supposed to be in the past simple tense too. So she went, goes, going. Of course, here we will use went. She went to the zoo last week. She went to the zoo last week. Number 3, he a cake every week. He a cake every week. Baked, bake, bakes. So if we look here at the question again, he a cake every week. Every week here is a keyword for the present simple tense, and the present simple tense will say that the pronoun he, she, it, with the verb plus s. So we are going to use the verb with s. So we are going to say here, he bakes a cake every week. He bakes a cake every week. Question number 4. I, when the bell rang. I, when the bell rang. Of course, because here we have when and the bell rang, that reminds us with using the past continuous with the past simple tense in the sentence. So as long as we have here the past simple tense, so that means we are looking for the past continuous tense. So I, when the bell rang. So here we have was reading, reading, read. Was reading, reading, read. So of course we will choose here was reading. So I was reading when the bell rang. I was reading when the bell rang. Number 5. There 5 eggs in the fridge. There 5 eggs in the fridge. And because they give me the number already, and as we said that we use there is for only one thing, there are for many different things. So there is, there are, there was. There is 5 eggs in the fridge. There are 5 eggs in the fridge. There was 5 eggs in the fridge. And of course the answer will be there are, there are. Number 6. He football last Monday. He football last Monday. The keyword of the tense is last Monday. Last Monday. So I'm talking about something happened. Okay, now it's done. So he played football last Monday. He plays football last Monday. He played football last Monday. So of course we are going to use the past simple tense here. So we will choose he played football last Monday. So number 7. They in the park every day. They in the park every day. They walk. They walks. They walked in the park every day. So if we look here at the sentence, we will see that every day is a keyword for the present simple tense. So of course our answer should be in the present simple tense. And because they, we are using here they, so we never add anything to the verb, we will say that They walk in the park every day. They walk in the park every day. As I said before, we have to make sure before sending our answers to the teacher. That was all for today. Thank you for your watching. See you next class. Don't forget, if you have any question, you can ask me. Thank you again. See you next time. Goodbye.